Oh, hello. How y'all doing? It is the eighth day of Vlogmas. As you can see, it's definitely starting to look like Christmas around here. I am in the midst of a Christmas movie marathon, cookie baking extravaganza over here. I don't cook, but every now and then I can be persuaded to try and bake something. So, as has been the case with all of these other Vlogmas lives, this will be fairly short. Um, just in case anybody is wondering, yes, I am located in Mexico City. And shortly after we finished yesterday's live, we had an earthquake. Everybody's fine. That's part of living here. But I just thought I'd mention that in case anybody was curious. Is the sound all right, y'all? Um, So today is the eighth day of Vlogmas. I am continuing to go live every day, 2 p.m. Eastern on through Christmas Day. And okay, all right. So sound is fine. All right, we're great. We're getting the show on. So Yesterday, we talked about like doing the math for the life that you want because it's very easy to get caught up in the, oh, I wish I could do that, but my money ain't right or blah, blah, blah. And y'all, life is short. I want everybody out here. Living the life that they want with the limited time they have on earth. And we shouldn't be letting money or our perceptions about how expensive something is or what it costs keep us from living that life. Okay. Um, oh, Sandra, glad I saw this video first. I was about to go out and buy groceries. I don't need from my Christmas movie binge. So we're keeping with the theme of money this week, and we're going to talk about a couple of simple things you can do to like rein in your spending, particularly this time of year when it is so easy to get sucked in and you know spend money we don't intend to on things we don't really want. Before we jump into that, in case the algorithm has served you this video and you are new to the channel, let me introduce myself. My name is Adelia Aborishade. I in addition to being the picky girl who travels the world for which this channel is named, yes, I'm a world traveler, but I am also a financial educator. Starting in, I guess, 2020, when I left traditional education, I really took up the mission of helping women, particularly Black women, get better with their money. I want everybody to be able to make confident decisions when it comes to their finances. And so, money is one of the topics we talk about on this channel, in addition to living abroad and traveling the world. So, if that sounds like your cup of tea, your cup of hot chocolate, please subscribe to the channel. Come hang out with me here at 2 p.m. Eastern for the rest of Vlogmas to see what we're going to be talking about. Hey, Malika, where I was going to say, where in the world is Malika? Last time I checked, you were somewhere in Asia. Um, all right, so it is the holiday season. It can be so easy to get sucked into spending money in a way that is not aligned with our goals. Okay. Because that's really what this all comes back to is you've had some time to think about like, what are the things that are important to you? What are the financial goals that you're trying to achieve? But sometimes the way we spend money does not line up with that. And this time of the year, particularly because of the number of events going on, because the expectations of gift giving and exchanging and all of that, it can get really easy to spend money in a way that is not aligned with your goals and values. And so I wanted to share just a couple of things that I do to help kind of keep me cognizant of how I am spending, because that's the other thing. It's very easy to, like, especially in a world of swiping plastic and tapping our phones, where it doesn't feel as concrete. And then all of a sudden, at the end of the month, you look at your statement and you're like, "Ooh, what did I do?" Or you get that email from whatever, like, spending tracking tool that you use, that breaks down where all your spending went, and it's like a shock. It's like a shock. For those of y'all in America, this is one of the reasons my behind is in Mexico this year for Christmas. Oh, I know, because America is so expensive. So expensive. Actually, as a matter of fact, this time last year, I was in Atlanta, and the way my credit card looked at the end of the month, because I was spending money on things in such a way, like, I could have used this talk last year. Um, so yeah, I want to share a couple of things that I do, that help keep me intentional when I'm spending, so that things can stay in alignment. Okay, so first one, if you have not done this, because back in August, September, when we did the no spend month, I told you to do this. But if you didn't, or you did not unsubscribe to all of those sales emails, this would be a great time to do that, because it is December 8th. There's still quite a bit of shopping time left before the end of the year. Plenty of time for people to spam you with deals and bargains and all of that. So if you have not, go ahead and unsubscribe to those emails. You can always, if at some point you need to go back, you can. But right now, if you haven't done that, that's number one. Because I got caught up right around, was it, no, it was right the week of Thanksgiving, right before Thanksgiving, I got caught up. I got an email from a company that I often buy fabric from, and bought fabric I did not need. And so we've had to unsubscribe to that, because that's spending more money on fabric is not aligned with my future goals. Okay, so number one, unsubscribe to those emails. Um, Second one, for your credit cards, however many credit cards you have, go into the app, go onto the website, and turn on notifications, so that every time you make a purchase with that credit card, or something gets charged to that credit card, you get a notification. This has the benefit of, like, in case anything crazy happens, because there's a lot of fraud that takes place this time of the year. In case anything like that happens, some unusual activity shows up, you'll be one of the first people to know. And two, it's so easy to be out in the streets, you're shopping, to be online, and you're just like, okay, my credit card is in here, blah blah blah, and you don't really think about, I've spent this money. But if every time your credit card gets charged, you get a text that's telling you, that's going to make you more cognizant of how much money is being spent. And if your phone is blowing up from spending texts, that I think that's, you're going to be more inclined to be like, hey, hold on, I need to slow my roll a little bit. I need to step back. I would also encourage you, uh yeah, you don't need them candles. Unsubscribe. The other thing, when it comes to your credit cards, again, this is something I told y'all to do for no spend month, but maybe you didn't. Remove your credit card information from like how you have it saved, like you're going to Amazon and you're going to make a purchase and your card is saved in there, or you're going to, uh, I don't know. I'm trying to think of another US example, but you get my point. Those websites you frequent and you have your card information saved, delete it, because that's one more obstacle that hopefully will make you slow down in the purchasing process to really think about, does this purchase align with my goals and with the things that I have said are important for me? Okay. Um, the other thing that I would do is okay, I've said on numerous occasions on this channel that I don't think budgeting is necessary. However, particularly for those of you who have Christmas shopping, Kwanzaa shopping, Hanukkah shopping, you've got some shopping to do this month that involves gift giving, particularly for that. Um, while I don't think you have to budget traditionally, I do think it is important to have an idea in mind about how much you want to spend on those gifts, whether that is a total amount, like this is the amount I'm spending on Christmas. Okay. And then everybody's going to have to fit in here. Um, or you set a limit on, okay, this is the most I'm going to spend on my mom's gift. This is the most I'm going to spend on my brother's gift, what have you. So whether you call it a spending goal, a spending limit, or a budget, particularly for gifts this time of year, you need to have some kind of limit in mind while you're out there shopping. Otherwise, it's very easy to get sucked in to see something that says, oh, it's at this massive discount when it's really more than you probably want to spend. But because you didn't prepare, it's very easy to then spend more than you really intend to. Um, Black Women Bill Well says, we're not doing gifts this year, just a nice family dinner. Y'all, one of the things I did when I really embraced minimalism, probably, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, because I still had kids at home then. You look around and you look at all those toys and all that stuff they have, and then you think about all the stuff other people are going to buy them. Like, one, I stopped buying people things because I don't nobody need another thing in their house. Okay. So I very much switched when it came to gift giving. I needed either I'm giving you something you can consume or something you can experience. The other thing I did this for my children, was the 4 gift rule. You give them something they can wear, something they can read, something they want, and I forget what the fourth one is. But if you Google 4 gift rule or what have you, I'm telling you, if you can adopt that, like with your kids, life changing, life changing. But really, I'm down with the no gifts thing. Like with my grandkids, they have so much stuff already, and I know the other grandparents are going to buy them tons of stuff. I don't. I send some cash so that mama can do whatever she needs to do. But they know Dee Dee will still call and say Merry Christmas. There just won't be a gift from me because that's the last thing I think they need is just more stuff. Okay. Stop doing gifts 10 years ago, gift cards. You right, Tia. No gifts. We buy stuff all year. Do we really need more stuff? No, y'all. No, we don't. But I know for some of you, you've been this kind of idea, this kind of thinking has been going on in the back of your head. You just kind of needed to hear some other folks say it so you didn't think you were crazy. But for some of y'all, this is like brand new territory and might be a little too radical to adopt this year. So, for those folks, I realize you still gonna be out there spending, but what is important is that you spend in such a way that it is aligned with the financial goals you've set for yourself, and so that come January, you have not dug a hole for yourself that is going to impede you working toward your other goals. Okay. Um, and so the last little tip I got on my list for you is to use cash, particularly. Okay, think about it this way. I just said it's a really great idea if you're going out there shopping for people to have a amount of money in your mind. Think about how different your shopping trip would be if when you went to the mall or to Target, you only had the amount of cash on you that you said you were going to spend. It's very hard to like spend frivolously, impulsively if you do that. I don't know about y'all, but for me, spending cash, that's one of the things that I did during our no spend month back in August and September. I switched to cash only. You know, when it came to like utilities, bills, things like that, I still do that on a credit card. But anything I was physically going out there to buy, I spent it in cash because I was able to keep a much better mental sense of how much money I was spending because I was physically spending it. Spending cash hits different. It feels different than swiping that card. Um, so it's when you have to count out that cash and hand it to somebody, you really feel the impact of that purchase far more than you do if you are swiping plastic. Yeah, we gotta let go of the guilt. I did that. I freed myself from that because, you know, there's me, there's a grandma, there are two other grandmas and a grandpa, and they're all making this point to have this big production of giving the gifts and being seen to give the gift. And it would be easy for me to get sucked into, oh, they're giving gifts. I need to make sure the kids see something from me. No, they, I am confident in the relationship I have with these kids that they know Dee Dee cut for them. So I've a lot of that guilt, y'all, we've let society kind of put that on us, and I've let it go. I've let it go. Okay. Halisi from Black Utopia, we used cash only when we were getting out of debt. Again, if you find that, you know, you're always surprised at how much you've spent, I'm telling you, switching to cash will make you so much more cognizant of what you are doing. Okay. So that's all that I have on my list. I'm glad that y'all are enjoying these Vlogmas videos. I wasn't sure if this was just gonna be me by myself, but I am glad that y'all are enjoying them. Wow, Jess, you have taken our no money, our no spend challenge and extended. You did that. Um, Corinne, who is probably not here today, she did that as well. And was like, this is great. I'm saving so much money. Um, so yeah, what do you think about client gifts? Again, with any gift, whether it's like a client gift for business, whether it's a gift because of a personal relationship, I don't want to give people things. Because we all got houses full of stuff. I'm either going to give you some kind of experience, and that experience might be a meal. That experience might be, I don't know, it might be a concert or something, but I'm giving you an experience or I'm giving you something that can be used up and consumed, or I'm giving you cash. Plain and simple. A lot of these rules, y'all remember that. A lot of these rules that we have around so many things, but including gift giving, these rules exist to keep us spending money, to keep us feeling inadequate and always needing to demonstrate our value and how much we care about people. No, talk to the you want somebody to know you care for them, let them know with your mouth, let them know with your actions. It don't always have to be about how much you spend. So client gifts or whatever, I'm trying not to give you another thing. You don't need another candle, you don't need another mug. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All right. So, that's it for me today. I got to get back to my Christmas movie extravaganza, but I will be back here tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. Yesterday, I mentioned that on the 18th, I will be hosting a do the math workshop. If you are trying to figure out how much money you need to be financially free, and you'll notice I'm not using the word retirement because I really I need to do a whole video on how we need to rethink and redefine retirement. To me, retirement is something that's far, far off, and we don't do that around here. We're not settling today to live some dream far off in the future. I want us to live our dream as soon as possible. So I'm not calling this like a retirement workshop, but really and truly, you want to figure out how much money do I need to be financially free? Come to the workshop. There is a link in the description below. Basically, go to my website, piggygirltravelstheworld.com/coaching, um, and you can register there. Like I said, there is a link in the description. Um, okay, Disabled Diva gifted me some of this African soap face wash last year. Let me tell y'all, one, my skin loved it, and two, I was so sad when I ran out. That was a fabulous gift. Thank you so much. I never got a chance to tell you that, but that was a fabulous gift. All right, y'all. I'm out. I will see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern.